I feel like such a loser saying this and then putting it especially onto the internet. It was really, really affecting my daily life. But whatever is in the air, this retrograde, oh my God. Coming off of that was rough. I'm not where I thought I would be. That just gave me an idea to, okay, so I cheated a little bit. But it's just because I don't like to pound my face when I'm trying to speak. So I did most of my face, I just need to set it. I used a mixture of the Maybelline Fit Me and the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Soft Matte. Let's see, Fenty Beauty is in the shade 300, and then the Maybelline is 220. And for concealer, I am using I almost said Urban Decay. For concealer, I'm using the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. Now, let's just get right into it because, girl, I feel like I have so much to say. I've been waiting to yap all day, but I had to do my hair first. But now we are ready. Hold on, here we go with the pounding. Okay, well, since you guys probably already noticed, let me just start off by saying ignore the fingers. My fingers actually represent how my life has been lately. This Mercury retrograde, like I've been losing my mind. I'm not okay. I don't think in my entire life I have ever been so affected by a Mercury retrograde. Like, I swear, I feel like I'm fighting for my life every single day. Like, it feels like an uphill battle right now. Okay, and then I'm just doing a little bit more concealer on the inside to blend that out. But yeah, I swear I have been crying like every single day the last 2 weeks, and that's not normal for me. Like, I am not a crier for the most part. Like, I can just like keep my shit together. I can be in a bad mood or upset, but like crying like that, no, that's not for me. But whatever is in the air, this retrograde, oh my God. I had recorded a video the other day that I meant to post, and I'm not going to because it was so bad. You could just tell how bad of a mood I was in. I could barely sit there and watch it. I started editing it, and about halfway through, I literally just stopped and then started crying. I was like, oh my God, here we go again. But I'm not gonna lie, you guys, like, life right now is a lot. Okay, she's a lot. I feel like I've been fucking going through it for forever now. I hate to sound like negative and sound like I'm making myself out to be a victim, but it's felt like one thing after a freaking another, honestly. And I'm like trying to be optimistic because when you're not, that's when shit just gets bad. But oh my God, it's literally like fighting for my life these days. Setting with Laura Mercier powder. Oh my God, I'm sweating. Like, to be honest, I feel like a loser saying this, like really bad. Like, I feel like such a loser saying this and then putting it especially onto the internet. But I quit my job a couple months ago with no plan. All I knew was that I didn't want to be there anymore, and in the past I felt like I have overstayed my welcome for me. So I was like, you know what, like, let's just cut to the chase, and I'm gonna like exit now before I really just like hit that place where I can't even like do my job properly. And I also took it as a way for me to just like force myself into what I hope the next best chapter of my life would be. You know, I wanted to either start something of my own or just start a different job that I was actually like passionate about and could see myself doing for a really long time. my health has also been off. I became anemic last year, and I also have a really low ferritin. My ferritin is at, or it was at a 5. I don't know what it's at now. I haven't gotten my blood tested in a while, to be honest. But since I quit my job, I don't have health insurance anymore, and I don't really feel the need to go get blood tested and spend the money on that right now, to be honest. I'm like sweating right now. I think talking about this is making me nervous. But yeah, I also just quit because, like, girl, I need a fucking break. Like, I feel so, well, I did feel so burnt out and just exhausted. And I do partly blame that on my health, but it was really, really affecting my daily life. And my job, I felt like I couldn't like do my job. I stopped working out, just all this stuff. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Like, I'm leaving this job. Let me just reset my nervous system, get my shit together, and figure out what I want to do from there. And to be honest, sitting here 2 months later, I still don't fucking know. That's a lie. That's a lie, actually. No, that's a lie. I don't fucking know. I don't know. I basically started my spiritual awakening a couple of years ago. And I've always been into like astrology and sort of just the spiritual side of things, but I started getting really, really into it like a year ago, and I very quickly went into my dark night of the soul. I can't tell now if, hold on, it's literally broken, but I'm using the ColourPop brow pencil in soft black, and I'm just gonna outline this, and then I'm going to use the L'Oreal pencil brow stylist definer in ash brown to sort of just fill it in, because I don't like my brows too dark. What was I saying? I don't remember what I was saying. What were we talking about? Also, I don't know where the fuck I was, okay? But let me just say, I also, since I lost my health insurance, I'm not taking my ADHD medication anymore. So my mind, it's just been like a whole fucking thing since I've left this job. Anyway, let's go back. I remember what I was talking about. Spiritual awakening, dark night of the soul. You know, in the dark night of the soul phase, there is obviously like a lot of healing that needs to be done as you are, you know, going deeper and deeper into your journey. And I think that it's been hard because of some of the things that have come up, but I'm also like a self-aware person, and I feel like thankfully majority of the things that I like needed to heal, it was a pretty quick process. But the part that I'm having trouble with is like getting out of this phase. I've taken in so much information and knowledge, and it has become a little bit overwhelming. So I'm trying, especially now that, you know, I'm not working and I have the time to like spend on social media and, you know, do more research and just stuff like that. And let me tell you, TikTok, like, I need to take a break, or like I've just needed to step back a lot more because it will send me into a fucking spiral. Like, there's so much to spirituality that it can be really hard on your mind to conceptualize that aspect of life, you know? And sometimes with all the conspiracies or the knowledge and like hot takes people give, it's just a lot. So right now, that's what I'm trying to balance. But in the dark night of the soul, I feel like that's where I've sort of been trying to figure out where I belong in all of that. you know, like where do you go? What do you do after you like have taken in all this information and you don't see the world the same anymore? You don't see, oh my god, I'm about to get emotional. Wait, not me doing my makeup when I'm about to get emotional. Are you fucking kidding? Anyway, hold it together. You don't see the world the same. You don't see your friends the same. You don't see working the same. You don't see dating the same. Like, mind you, I haven't had a boyfriend in like 6 years, so like, whatever. But of course I've dated and I've had like flings and stuff, but since my dark night of the soul, I haven't been with anybody seriously, because like, how? Like, I need a man that's like at the level or further of the spiritual journey and that like gets it, or else I sound crazy, and then it's just hard to have relationships with people or like talk about certain things, because this is something I'm like very interested in and it is basically my life now. But a lot of the times, like, this topic, people just see it as like conspiracy or like a cool conversation, and like, or it's a joke and I'm crazy and whatever, and then we move on. I'm like, okay, but like, it's a little bit more serious than you think. Like, we're not just talking about zodiac signs here. How many times have you been on Earth? Like, do you know? Like, I haven't known if I wanted to stay living where I am or if I wanted to like move somewhere. So that's something else I wanted to sort of like figure out while I've been unemployed. I actually took some time to like really look into my astrology, and just sit with myself in like the stillness of life, like sit with myself, you know. Like, I just went through like a huge like healing process. Hold on, I'm gonna finish my brows and then we'll keep chatting. Okay, I'm scared to know what that looks like on camera, but they're done. I have just been taking the time. I've been doing a lot of like shadow work, journaling, and just like sitting with myself in the stillness and to see, you know, if I do want to stay here, or maybe I belong somewhere else, because honestly, like, it's been like a journey here, and there's been so much good, but there's also been bad that I'm just not sure is worth like dealing with anymore. Like, I feel like, I'm not gonna get into it, but I don't know if this place is for me anymore. In my spiritual journey, something that's been important is really picturing who I want to be and what that looks like in the future. And now I feel like, since I have that end picture in my head, but now I need my reality to catch up to that. I know that's gonna take some time. I have big goals. There's shit I want to fucking do, and like, there's a lot, and I can't do it all in like one day. And could I pick up and go do it tomorrow? Yes, but like, realistically, in my situation, no, I fucking can't. Now I'm at the point where it's like, okay, let's do something. Like, let's get back on track. What does getting back on track look like? You know, my health, I feel like I'm getting a little bit better. I don't think I'm losing hair like I was. I'm feeling better. I can wake up and I'm going to the gym. I'm getting my 10,000 steps in. Like, my health is feeling good. My mental is feeling okay. Like, healing wise and spiritually, I feel great, but like, dealing with my current reality, like, that's not good. That's what I'm struggling with now. So yeah, like, it's time to bring this manifestation to life. And the in-between, you know, they say it doesn't fucking happen in one day. And I knew that going into this, but damn, you know, you just want to be like, no, but like, I can do it in a day. I can do it in a day, you know? And yeah, that's very egoic of me, but sometimes when it comes to those manifestations, you gotta live in the ego just a little bit. When I tell you that video I recorded the other day, I'm so glad. I am so glad I did not post that, because the energy, oh my, I was thinking, you know, just post it like it's real, it's raw, blah, blah, blah. But no, like, I do not want to put that energy out there. It was bad. But I think it was the Cancer new moon the other day. And since then, like, I feel alive. Like, I'm feeling good. Like I just said, like, I know I can see my end goal. I know what I want. Now I just need to figure out, like, how I'm going to get there. And today is technically my first day. Okay, well, it's not my first day, but this is my first internet official day where I am really just implementing the habits and the behaviors, whatever, of the future me. Something that I saw on TikTok yesterday actually was, I want to say her name's Natalie Dawson, but I forget. She works with like Grant Cardone and Elena Cardone, and she said that before she was anybody, she had messaged Elena and said that one day they're going to be friends. And that just gave me an idea to really like do my research and pick somebody that I don't want to say the word pick. I feel like that's weird, but lack of a better word, I'm going to say pick. Somebody that I really see as like a true inspiration, who I could see myself being friends with, who I want to be friends with in the future, and just like put myself in the position mentally, physically, spiritually, to where like that would be real. Because I feel like a lot of the time, something I've noticed in myself especially, is whenever we get to our goal, whatever we want is now ours, and it's like there's always something after that. Like it's like, okay, I reached this goal, now I want this, and this. And I really struggle to sit in the now and like appreciate how far I have come. But recently I've been better with that, because again, I've done like my healing, I'm like very self-aware, and I realized that I really struggle with that. So I've been doing a lot of gratitude, just to thank the universe for like how far I have come, like regardless of how upset I have been that I'm not where I want to be right here in this moment. But there are things that I have now, there are things I have achieved that I look back in my journal to years ago, and at the time it was just a dream written down in a journal, and now I have it, or I've achieved it. So I feel like really appreciative and thankful to the universe for all of that, and also myself, because bitch, like, shit's fucking hard work. Like, life is not easy. Like, some of us really gotta work for like what we want. For those of you with like the easy birth chart, power to ya. I'm fucking jealous. Well, yeah, I'll say it, I'm fucking jealous, whatever, I don't care. God forbid a girl is fucking honest. I feel like I need to stop swearing too. Ignore how dirty this palette is. My lash glue exploded, so. By the way, I'm doing my makeup right now. Like, no shit, but hold on, I forgot what else I was gonna say. I'm doing my makeup right now for a TikTok. I'm doing a makeup transition to show my rising sign makeup, so check that out. I want to do a couple more. I want to do like my sun and my Venus, because I feel like those are the three that you see the most that will like show physical character traits. So I'm gonna post this one, and I want you guys to guess what my rising sign is, and then I'm gonna do like my sun and moon, Venus, whatever. Oh my god, also This has actually happened before, and what's even crazier is the same thing happened. I spotted a glitch in the, I'm not swearing. I spotted a glitch in the Matrix today, and it's just like, it's spooky kind of when it happens. You're sort of like, do you know, like, do you see this? Do you see this happening right now? But basically, at the gym this morning, not even just at the gym. So I went to the gym and I also like went for a walk in a park. Everybody was wearing black and like a royal or navy blue. Like everybody had on black and blue. Everybody. And it's not the first time this has happened. I'm like, either we're all on the same like laundry schedule rotation or something's happening here. Just gotta make sure my covered. But yeah, I was like scared, kind of. I promise I don't mean for this video to seem like I'm trauma dumping, but this is like my first video you'll see posted. I privated all my other ones. I did start sort of like a series around August last year, but that is when, oh wait, I'm not done. But that's when my dark night of the soul kicked in and I physically didn't have it in me to record anymore. Like, how am I supposed to record a series on being your best self when I can barely function, you know? So yeah, privated those. I'm like, okay, we'll start over when it's time. And I feel like I'm doing the same thing now, but kind of a little bit of a different approach. I have the end in mind, but whereas before I didn't really have an end in mind. I didn't know what the point in me doing that was, but now I know the point here. I kind of want to like, I have my journal, but I also feel like it's gonna be really helpful to have a like a video diary basically of my journey. And then also I just feel like this is a great way to sort of like build community and maybe like meet people who are also experiencing the same things and can kind of just like relate to my journey or whatever. So I hope I didn't forget anything. But I guess that kind of leads me into my next topic, which is me getting off these freaking ADHD medication. Like, dealing with the dark night of the soul and like the healing is one thing, but having to basically I did start spacing them out a little bit, so I didn't cold turkey the medication, but like coming off of that was rough. Not only mentally, but physically, because, you know, it is like an appetite suppressant. So I noticed myself snacking more. I always have big meals. Like, I'm a big like meal prep girl, and I like to have, what are they called? What are those foods called? Like leafy greens. Like they're light, but you know what I mean. They like fill up your stomach and they like keep you full longer. You know, like fiber, protein, all that. What is it called? But yeah, so my meals are normally big and I feel like full, but since getting off the medication, oh my god, it's just like, even when I'm full, I'm snacking. Of course I like gained weight from doing that, so the mental effects of that have been really hard. I like haven't wanted to like leave my house. I've just been like so embarrassed. But on the flip side of that, it brings up a conversation about how good getting off that medication was for me. Like, on the spiritual side of things, it really showed me how much a typical like 9-to-5 job is just not for me. You know, like, I wasn't on that medication until I started working a 9-to-5. Before that, I never worked a 9-to-5. Well, let me not say 9-to-5. I feel like that's too broad, because like I have worked the hours of 9-to-5 before, but like I'll say corporate, like a very structured corporate company. It was my first time doing that, and safe to say it like was a nice experience, but not sustainable for me long term. If I didn't have that medication, I would not really be able to like do my job or function, which is unfortunate, but also like it's just not for me, you know. I'm not gonna like tear myself up about it. But when I got off the medication, sorry, I'm not sure if you heard that. But when I got off the medication, it was like a fun challenge for me, basically. You know, I went from having the structured life, but then also it just sort of like it fell out because of my health. So I was taking it and then not going to the gym, just using it for work, and then sleep, repeat next day. Stopped going to the gym, just work, sleep, repeat. Like it was bad. I'm like, oh my god, like I am stuck in this goddamn cycle. Like it is bad. Count how many times I just said bad. So yeah, that was just like another reason I was excited to get off. But now being off of it has been really helpful for just like re-regulating my nervous system. I've been able to rest when I need to rest or when I feel exhausted. I'm like relearning to not feel bad about not doing anything or not wanting to do anything or just spending the whole day in bed, because I mean, especially when you're just getting off of that medication, like you need that time. Like that hit me like a brick. But then like back to the spiritual part about it, I feel like I was able to, like getting out of that cycle, I had that like spontaneity back on my not like on my not what do we call it, on my not bed rot days. And it's been nice. Like I feel like I'm just doing things to really, you know, quantum jump or like change my timelines, or just starting like multiple projects and having fun and creating and then like forgetting about them and then coming back and doing them again when I want to. Like I'm enjoying that. I miss like having my crazy little brain do like whatever it wants, you know. I missed that. So enjoying that part. And now I am getting the like appetite and eating part under control. I think my system, she's calming down now. So all that like inflammation and stuff, it is starting to go away, thank goodness. And I also know it wasn't good for my anemia. It like messes with something. And honestly, I think taking that made it worse. Like I think being on it long term kind of messed me up. So I'm glad I'm like taking a break, at least for now. I guess like, yeah, in the comments, tell me if you're also going through this. Are you enjoying your life right now? Because I feel like mine is just like everything I've wanted to do, like all my goals have changed. I'm not where I thought I would be, even like just the beginning of this year. Everything's changing now. And I'm trying to not be scared. I'm trying to just like trust in the universe that everything is going to work out the way that it is supposed to. But yeah, I definitely have woken up with like a high fucking cortisol from time to time, from the anxiety of not knowing what I'm doing with my life at the moment. But I'm just trying to like trust that everything's going to work out. Everything's going to fall into place. I guess we'll see what the summer holds. I'm just trying to like, yeah, I don't know, just go with the flow. Cause like I'm trying to have a girl summer, you know. I don't want to be like bitching and whining the whole time. I haven't done black in my waterline in ages, and I'm getting scared. I like want to back out. It's too late. If you are kind of feeling lost and confused like myself, and you are also just like trying to hold out for the summer or not even hold out for the summer, you're just trying to see where you want to go next, I really suggest that you like get an astrology reading, or like maybe even human design. I don't know. I would start with astrology and just see like what your purpose is and what line of work you should be in, because I think that's what helped me really narrow down like what I want to be doing. And if you're having trouble trying to figure out where you want to do that, get an astrocartography reading. But you need to know first what you want to do before you do the astrocartography, because I mean, I don't know all the rules, okay? I'm no astrologer, but if you go to your Saturn line and you want love, like, but your Venus line is all the way over there, good luck. We don't know where Jupiter is. Sorry, astrology joke, sorry. That looks really bad, but just roll with it. God, that took ages. There's still so much to do. I've just been chatting away. Really hard for me to talk and do my makeup, but like I find it hard to talk without doing something. Anyway, back on track. Take a break on the eyes. Let's do our powders. I always start with my blush because I like the layered look it gives afterwards. Like when I blend everything out. I still go in after and like put this on top, but it just like helps blend everything together. And then we're gonna go in with the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I swear I have had the same, not routine, but I've used majority the same products since like 2016. I'm ashamed to say that, but also I like what I like, and I'm the type of person where when I find something I like, I can't just switch it up. It's really hard for me to find replacements of things that I like. Why switch it up if I already like it? The last thing, oh my god, my favorite concealer was the NARS Creamy Concealer, and I actually developed like a reaction to it. It would make my eyes go puffy, and I couldn't use it anymore. It took me a while to figure out that that's what was giving me that reaction, and oh my god, it was really upsetting. That was my favorite concealer. Don't get me wrong, like I love this one too. What was this again? I forgot. Born This Way. I love Born This Way, but on those days where you just want like a lighter look, NARS she was that girl. And I think Maybelline had a dupe for it, but I didn't like it. It was a little bit too liquidy for me. Like the coverage was like not there. Something else that's crazy that happened to me the other day when I was like bawling my eyes out. I was like, girl, you need some protection. Like you need to go get some freaking crystals. You need to up your routine, because like, yes, it is Mercury retrograde, and I've never ever had a retrograde affect me like this one. So I'm like, I don't know, it's kind of making me nervous. So I went to the store with one crystal in mind, and I left with another, and I was like, you know what, the crystal that I wanted, it's like, it's not feeling right. I don't think that's the one I should be getting right now. I'm not sure if that one's for me. And I also didn't like any of the ones that they had there. Like normally intuitively I'll just like feel it and like pull the one that I want, and I wasn't getting that with any of them. So I ended up leaving with another one, and I didn't even really know all of the properties on it. But when I got home, I looked it up, and oh my god, it was like, I was like, my intuition, she's strong, because it's exactly what I needed. I wanted onyx, and I left with garnet. Garnet, we're locked in now. That day she was working, let me tell you. I don't regret that at all. Don't you love when that happens? Okay, I just threw on a shirt, and this is the final look. If you guys want to see what my rising sign is, head on over to my TikTok, and then I'll have the reveal in my transition video for this. I'll have everything linked down below. If you made it to the end, give me like a white heart or something. I want to see who made it to the end. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you survive the rest of this Mercury retrograde. Crossing my fingers for you that everything goes well. We'll see what happens at the end of July. See what good things come for us. You know, I have hope. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.